understand that life is meant to be loved.
Yeah.
You gotta love life. They all have their different approaches on how to do it. But the ultimate thing they were trying to say is that, man, you need to love the fact that you have life for as long as you're blessed to have it. And here's their strategy or approach to achieve that goal. So that
Yeah.
was really resonating with me, like, all right, cool, I gotta love my life. But then the second point I took from that is that I can actually control or decide what loving my life means.
Mm.
What does it truly mean for me? It's
Right.
different
Right.
from everybody else,
Right.
but
Of
for me,
course.
what does really loving my life means? So I started developing what is known today as this I am mind map,
Mm.
where I just in a mind map for, people who aren't familiar with
Yeah,
that,
please.
is it's basically a visual information management tool, meaning that anything you are thinking about in your head, you're trying to make a decision, you're trying to problem solve, you're trying to set goals, even if you're trying to deal with stuff in your past, anything that's swirling in your mind,
Mhm.
mind map is a constructive way to actually put it out in paper, if you will, in a map form, so you can now see what you're thinking about
Right.
or see what you're contemplating, which gives you greater perspective, which gives you more empowering to answer, problem solve better,
Yep.
come up with decisions easier, because now it's not just swirling in here. Now you can actually see all of the components of whatever it is you got to think about.
Well, it's a visualization. It's so key.
It's
It's so key.
it's a visual tool. It's a
Yeah.
visual tool. So with my I am mind map, what I did in a circle in the middle of this page and poster board, I put in the middle I am and drew a circle around it. Then I started to
Wow.
ask myself, important questions.
Sure.
What is most important to me in my life? In about 3 months' time, I just started, grappling with all of these thoughts, and I came up with that. What's most important to me is my health.
Yeah.
Nothing more important than health.
No.
I've had money, but what's most health is most important. So I put that on my mind map. Then I said, well, what else is most important? If I can have anything in the world, what else is most important? I said, well, I would like to have an abundance of stuff, wealth.
Sure.
Yeah, I want wealth, but is it truly just money? Then I realized, no, I would like an abundance of positive emotions. I would like an abundance of skills, because I know if I have the right skills, I will get money.
Yeah.
And I also wanted freedom. Then I went over to what else do I want out of that? I said, I want success. Would love to experience success in relationships and results and rewards. Then I definitely want to be happy. So my I am mind map, it basically had I am in the middle, then it had health, wealth, success, and happiness. And I started brainstorming each one of those 4 subtopics to really get clear on what it means to me. And it empowered me in such a way, Alessandra, that within 9 months of being broke and homeless at my mom's house, I landed $170,000 gig,
Wow.
annual contract. Yeah, because I was also a software developer, and this one of my
You
old
had so
loan
many
officers
skills,
went to
John. You have you have so many, but like at that moment, it's like that's crazy,
Yeah. So the guy went to one of my old loan officers went to this company. They just bought this software, didn't know what to do with it. He knew I knew mortgages and software, so I landed this job, and life just changed immediately. But I
Just like
know
that.
I would not have landed that job had I not been very clear on who I am and
Right.
what I wanted with my life. Because I walked into that, that I like to say audition or interview,
Yeah, it is.
that with so much confidence and
Sure.
congruity that I know that, that would cause me to land that job.
Well, and I think a lot of people, always think like when you do the mind mapping and you do, the visualization, if you just go, oh, I want to be rich and famous, right? It doesn't happen like that. You have to be so specific, like you were, like you're
Clear,
saying, so clear, so
clear.
specific with what your
Yep.
intention is, what your goal is, and not just
Right.
I want money and I want fame.
Right.
You have
And
to
that
say what it
clarity,
is. Yeah.
yeah. And this is what I teach my students now and my clients now, is that when you do this I am process, the next step is to, now that you have a clarity on it, is to now start to visualize it, dream about it, imagine it all day, every day, law of
Yeah.
attraction,
Yes.
kind of stuff, where you start to now visualize it, which is going to increase this experience now. So that's what I teach a lot of people now with this I am process, because I find that a lot of people they don't really, they haven't, if you ask them who they are, it's
Right.
an immediate surface thing. It's
Yes.
the title. What's on their business card? I'm a parent. I'm this. I'm that. I'm this. I'm that. I'm that. But it really get to that deep level structure where the true meaning happens.
Right.
Most people never go that deep.
No.
So therefore they're always chasing the shiny object. Therefore they're don't know how to make decisions. Don't know how to manage their emotions. Don't know how to
Right.
do a lot of things because they haven't really got clear on who they actually
Sure.
are. So that's what I'm really I've been really proud of this I am process, because I've been seeing breakthroughs with people, just because they're like, wow, I've never really saw the key components of my life like this, in areas that I may need to give more attention to, or
Sure.
areas that, all that kind of stuff. So it's been great